one more. Just one more. One more win. And we could finally hoist the Stanley Cup trophy and declare ourselves NHL champions. Just one more win in the Stanley Cup series. Just one more. One more. Just one more. Just one more. We go up to Edmonton after a pretty crazy Friday. What was it? No, it was Wednesday. Look at me. Today's Friday now, considering that it's midnight. Crazy Wednesday. So I hope you're all doing okay from all that nasty rain that dropped down to South Florida. Oh my God, that rain just looked horrible, and it was so bad too that the streets were flooding. Looked like the monsoon hurricane came through, a tropical storm. It was bad enough that the Panthers' flight got delayed for about 3 somewhat hours, and they were taking a Delta direct flight to Edmonton. They would eventually get to Edmonton, and thankfully they didn't have that rust off, so that didn't have the impact to this game. Sergei Bobrovsky going up against Stuart Skinner. First period, I thought the Panthers had a chances, but Edmonton came out swinging. It feels like game one, kind of. Almost feels like game one. And the only reason why I said almost, because unlike game one where we had a shutout, Edmonton would score in this game, but late. But it starts off with a McDavid wrist shot to Bobrovsky, and that was saved. So already Bobrovsky is already making some saves from McDavid. And also, if we were expecting a fight between Leon Draisaitl and Alexander Barkov, which, by the way, thank goodness Barkov was able to play this game. Thank goodness he was able to play. And, it looked like they were saying, that, he might not play, everything, like he might have a concussion or broke his jaw. No, he looks perfectly normal. And a tough son of a bitch, Alexander Barkov. He was able to play, and he played very good. It felt like it was his old self. Anyway, so Panthers realized this. They even though it's Draisaitl against Barkov, you were expecting a one-on-one fight. They didn't do it. Instead, they have a bigger thing to look forward to. They had to look at the bigger picture. Is it really worth losing your temper in the first minute of the game? Or do you shift your focus on winning this game? And they made the right choice. Shift the focus to winning this game and get the job done. And they did that in this game. But job is still not finished. We have to do it one more time at least. Anyway, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins gets called for interference on Bennett. He goes to the box. Florida goes on the power play. They did squat. So that power play is killed off. And that will wind up being Florida's only power play of the entire game, ladies and gentlemen. Edmonton with some shots. Most of them were saved by Bobrovsky, and those were great saves too. Barkov made a rare mistake. He shoots the puck over the glass. I think he was meant to hit the glass, but it ends up going over it, and that was a very rare mistake by Barkov. And so that goes for a delay of game. So Edmonton goes on a power play, and a pretty scary power play for Edmonton. Connor McDavid with the snapshot, that was saved by Bobrovsky. What a save there. Nugent-Hopkins with the snapshot, also that was saved by Bobrovsky, and that goes up to the netting. And Draisaitl with the shot, that was saved by Bobrovsky, and that penalty is killed off. So that's great. The defensive penalty kill was absolutely terrific for Florida. Absolutely. Then Montour gets called for a really pretty controversial call with the slashing between Brandon Montour and Zach Hyman. Edmonton goes right back on that power play. They were able to take a lot of time off those shots, or not shots, but against Edmonton. They only wind up with 2 shots on goal. Was it 2 shots? Yeah, 2 shots on goal in this power play, which was Draisaitl and Nugent. Or is it Nugent? No, it was Bouchard. So both of them were saved by Bobrovsky. Really good saves by Bobrovsky as always. And McDavid with the snapshot after the power play was killed off. So, and then there was a fight. And then there was a fight that happens. And, Cody Ceci comes in to start the game off. Say Bobrovsky, one thing that you should not do to the Florida Panthers. If you go anywhere near Bobrovsky or even touch him, you're going to get beaten. Because Matthew Tkachuk is going to have Bobrovsky's back no matter what. Anytime you touch him, you're going to cause stir. So, Brett Kulak and Matthew Tkachuk both get called for roughing. So it would be a 4-on-4 for the rest of that first period. However, when during that 4-on-4, there was a forecheck steal by Barkov. He gives the Forsling, and Forsling with that shot, and it ends up being a pass to Reinhart. Reinhart with that tip-in goal by the Florida Panthers. Barkov gets his 14th assist of the postseason, and Gustav Forsling's 8th assist of the postseason. 9th goal of the postseason goes to Sam Reinhart with that tip-in, and I don't want to hear it anymore. Panthers top paid player of the team not scoring anything. I don't want to hear anymore because he just tips in against Stuart Skinner. Stuart Skinner just were not fast enough, not quick enough to get Reinhart, and Reinhart scores. It's 1-0 Florida to the end of the first period. That should wind up being that way. We go to the second period. Remaining with that 4-on-4. The 4-on-4 would be killed off. Zach Hyman's first shot on goal in the second period was saved by Bobrovsky. And then, nearly 2 minutes in, Adam Henrik with the third assist off the breakaway wrist shot is Warren Fogarty. He was that one that hurt Los Serenen and was tossed out of the game in game 2. And he ends up scoring in this breakaway. You cannot let that happen if you're the Florida's defense. This may be the best defense in the league, but you cannot give up the breakaway like that. As good as Bobrovsky is, there's a chance that this could happen. You already know we're the number one defense. They're still the number one offense. And when you let that happen, it would probably be a bad night. So Edmonton ties the game up with $4. Second goal of the postseason. And he ties the game up in game 3. So crowd going wild in this one. There would be some shots. Florida would try to get that captured lead again. Eventually they would. So Dylan Holloway with the backhand that was saved by Bobrovsky. A lot of saves, a lot of forecheck defense by Florida. And then there was that shot. After that shot by Dylan Holloway, there was a mistake there. So Lundell gets to Los Serene, and Los Serene behind Stuart Skinner, trying to pass it towards the middle, towards the blue Chris. Stuart Skinner would have played that puck, except he did not. He ends up losing that puck, and right in front of him is Tarasenko, and Tarasenko buries it. Just that sloppy mistake there by Stuart Skinner, and Stuart Skinner just had to feel bad for himself because that was that costly turnover, and that gives Florida right back on top. Tarasenko gets his 4th goal of the postseason. He was assisted by Lundell, that's his 12th assist, and Los Serena's 6th assist of the postseason. Wrist shot, buries it off the turnover. That'll be his 4th goal of the postseason. But Florida's not done yet because 4 minutes later, we have a Calgary Flames connection, and that is what Edmonton Oilers hate. They hate this. A Calgary Flames connection between Matthew Tkachuk and Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett snaps it in by Stuart Skinner. Initially, I thought it hit the post, but it went in. It went in anyway. Tkachuk has his 15th assist of the postseason. Bennett's get his 7th goal of the postseason, and he makes it 3-1 Florida. 2 minutes later, off our breakaway, is Barkov. He scores his 7th goal of the postseason, and that's a big one. He's assisted by Reinhart, of course. That's his 6th assist of the postseason. And Evan Rodriguez gets his another points in the postseason. That's his 6th assist. And they both assist Barkov to make it 4-1 Florida. And I'm like, let's freaking go. I can smell it. I can smell it coming. The game 4 potential sweep. But it didn't come off easily. I'm just saying. But Edmonton playing desperation hockey. They're going to play desperation hockey come Saturday. But we'll talk about that in about a few minutes. Edmonton's had to get some shots in. Bouchard and Janmark has to get some in. And they just were not successful because Bobrovsky is Bobrovsky. And then the fight broke loose. Corey Perry gets called for interference on Bobrovsky, and you know this, like I said a moment ago, if you touch him, if you hurt him, you're going to get beat. Because Florida, we have each other's back, and when something like this happens, especially to our goaltender, they're gonna come out pissed off. And a fight broke loose between Sam Bennett, Corey Perry, and just everyone else. It became a brawl. So both of them go to the box. It became a 4-on-4. And this was a pretty funny moment tonight. And basically the referee told Corey this. Corey Perry was standing up in the penalty box trying to argue. He's trying to make a call to make it a 4-on-4. And the referee tells Corey Perry to sit down. That was kind of funny. That was kind of funny that happened. He tells him, sit down. Damn. Anyway, 4-on-4. Reinhardt tries to make it 5-1, but it hit the above crossbar. That was close. Aaron Ekblad gets called for a hook against Darnell Nurse. So Edmonton will be on the 4-versus-3 power play towards the end of the second period. It carries over to the third period. In the third period, it starts off with a 4-on-3. Eventually became a 5-on-4 because the 4-on-4 penalty ends. And it's killed off. They didn't even get a single They didn't even get a single shot attempt in this power play. So good defense by Florida. Absolutely terrific defense. But 6 minutes into the third period, there was a goal by Edmonton. It just caught through. Darnell Nurse gets his 4th assist of the postseason. And of course, you got McDavid. He gets 28th assist of the freaking postseason. That's just crazy. He assists Philip Broberg. Gets his 2nd goal of the postseason. It's a snapshot. Goes right by Bobrovsky. And Edmonton cuts the lead in half. And I'm like, you can't do that. You just can't do that. As amazing Florida's defense as it is, third period became uncomfortably slow. In my personal opinion, it became uncomfortably slow. And as time winds down, I'm looking, and then there was a big hit, especially a huge hit by Aaron Ekblad. Oh my goodness! Did you see that hit where he hits? I forgot who. Who cares? And he goes to the bench. So anyway, not a lot of shots on goals. They keep icing the puck. Bobrovsky still making some saves. There. Matthew Tkachuk tries to get one that was saved by Stuart Skinner. And 14:43 into the third period, we have a goal, and I became stressed out again because I'm thinking, are they really going to freaking blow this? Crowd was so quiet, and now they're absolutely loud and buzzing with this goal. He is assisted by Connor McDavid, yet another assist by McDavid. That's his 29th assist of the postseason. And Brett Kulak, that's his 5th assist of the postseason. And off the tip, and his 2nd goal of the postseason is Ryan McLeod. Great. And it became a 4-3 hockey game for Florida. And the rest of the 5 minutes, it's just so uncomfortable. There'll be one shot on goal by Ryan McLeod trying to get his tie game, and Bobrovsky had to sit down and try to figure out what the puck was, and what a crazy good save that was by Bobrovsky. I mean, now my goodness, again, that would be the final shot on goal for Edmonton. By this point, Edmonton has to pull Stuart Skinner out of the ice. They have to bring in, who was it? Ryan Nugent-Hopkins? I think so. So, they call timeout. Florida's defense have to be on edge, on heels. And that's something that is not good. So, 1 minute left in the game. I'm watching the puck. I'm also kind of peeking at the clock. And I see that Aaron Ekblad is trying to keep that puck in that one spot at the corner, and it worked. And by the time it hits, what was it, 7 seconds, the puck was cleared away, and that clock hit 0. And we can breathe knowing that we are up 3-0 in this series. And more importantly, we are 1 win away from winning the Stanley Cup final to becoming NHL champs for the first time ever. In 30 years of existence with this Florida Panthers team, 30 years. 30 years. We are so close to finally capturing it. The trophy is right in our grasp. Team stats. Edmonton outplayed us in pretty much nearly almost every category. They had more shots on goal, so Bobrovsky was able to save 32 shots out of 35 because he's given up 3. Florida, with 23 shots on goal, barely had much time in the offensive side of the puck's zone, but they scored 4 points. That's how fast the Florida Panthers can get you. 37 hits for Edmonton, 32 hits for Florida. Florida with 3 more face-off wins. There's that. Edmonton with 3 power play opportunities that got nothing. Florida with 1 power play opportunity that got nothing. So no more of those. We win because of referees. No, you got more power plays. You just didn't capitalize. Florida's defense is and Bobrovsky too is what's good. 5 total penalties for Florida. 3 total penalties for Edmonton. 13 block shots for Florida, 11 block shots for Edmonton. Both teams even out with 10 takeaways, 11 giveaways for Edmonton. That's what made a difference from the forecheck from Florida. And Florida only giving up 4 pucks. And stars of the game, Alexander Barkov with 1 star, no surprise there. He gets 1 goal and 1 assist. Sam Reinhart gets 2 stars with 1 goal and 1 assist. 3 stars, they give this to Philip Broberg from Edmonton. Philip Broberg, a defense player. Game 4. I'm trying not to be too excited because we still have a job to do. I would be excited right now. But then you have to remember a couple of things. Edmonton is going to play desperation hockey. It's obvious. They're going to play desperation hockey. They're going to try to go for a reverse sweep, which when you're down 3-0, you're going to have to win 4 in a row to win it all. And as difficult as it is to do it, it's not impossible. And that would be the ultimate humiliation, and we lose our chance to winning it all. We cannot let that happen. Florida Panthers has to be mentally prepared for Edmonton to come out swinging. They have to prepare for this because McDavid, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Hyman, Draisaitl, they're going to have to come up with the plan. They're going to come up with the plan to at least survive another game. They're going to survive. They're going to try to survive another game. Florida has to keep that mentality going. And then they don't want to go back. They don't want to try to go have them force game 5. They're going to want to try to finish it off Saturday, and that's going to be on Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. They're gonna come out swinging, and Florida has to be prepared for this. If the defense is going to be the best defense in the league, Game 4 might be the ultimate test. And if they fail to do that in Game 4, then Game 5. Oh, well, then again, Game 5. With Game 5, which would happen if the defense didn't do that, and Bobrovsky too. Florida always comes out angry when they lose. Always. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But ladies and gentlemen, the Florida Panthers are 1 win away from winning it all. 1 win away. This is real life. We're not dreaming. But we gotta get the job done first. And they can do this Saturday. One more win. One more win. And we can finally call ourselves champions. Because we want the cup. So that's going to do it for this, ladies and gentlemen. As season's almost over, I am so honored, privileged, and I'm so thankful for you guys for watching these videos. It's been a really tough year. And I'm really happy that I got this hockey team. Keeps me distracted from all the misery. And then they're one win away of winning it all. Demons will be exercised, and I hope that's the case. They have to do it one more time. Just one more time. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more content, because Miami TVG guys are back, and when you tell us, hit me right there with the fear statement you deserve. This is Miami TVG. Sign off, folks. Good night, everybody.